With the brand new Dark Angel Codex, we have an absolute boatload of brand new lore, specifically for Lion L. Johnson. And one of the aspects we're going to go through today is the Lion's reaction to the Imperium itself, how he views what the Imperium has become, and also how people now view the Lion, because it seems that people are actually abandoning the Imperium's rule of principle and going over to the side of the Lion. So let's jump in and let's get waffling. So let's start with the brand new lore with the Lion regarding what he has woken up to, this brand new Imperium. I'm going to put the text in the background right now so you can read along with me. It states, "Indeed, the Lion makes no secret of his contempt for what has become of his father's realm in the millennia since the Great Crusade. He still serves the Emperor and cares for the fate of humanity. However, what hints he has seen so far of the bloated, bureaucratic, and deeply superstitious Imperium of M41 disgusts Lionel Johnson. He has precious little time for the pompous and self-aggrandizing adepts that wield such power over people's lives, and even less for the ecclesiarchy and their imperial creed, where Rebuta Gilliman has shown a willingness to exploit the existing so-called administrative and political structures of the Imperium to his own ends. The Lion appears to largely ignore them." Now, straight away, you can understand that the Lion does not like what he sees. And I think this is really interesting because, as it mentions in the text, Gilliman is basically working with the ecclesiarchy to meet the end of chaos, to combat chaos, where the Lion doesn't want any part in that. He probably sees it as heresy. He doesn't like it. This is not what the Imperium was supposed to be. This doesn't meet his father's ideas, the realm that was supposed to be humanity's own galaxy. This is not what it is. So the Lion is literally just going to ignore all of that. And in this day and age, in the Imperium, that could be an absolute massive problem, because the ecclesiarchy, the church of the emperor, wields absolute power. This is how power is kept in the Imperium, by the ecclesiarchy, by the divinity of the emperor. So if one of his sons, aka Lionel Johnson, comes out and says, "You are all wrong," publicly, and then people start to turn to the Lion, that is a loss of power for the ecclesiarchy, and he may even be branded as a heretic. This is an absolute huge plot point that's going to be going forward. I guarantee it, and it really excites me because this could lead to a lot of inner conflicts within the Imperium. I'm not saying right now we're going to get another civil war, but this could potentially brew up to, okay, we are leading to a civil war with the Lion and what the Imperium is right now. And another thing, a part of this text, which is really big, and it's going to lead into the next big blurb of lore, is how the Lion views humanity. That is his sole job now, to put the human species first, to put humanity first, and that is his only goal, to go from planet to planet, sector to sector, to help humanity, to help the Imperium combat any enemy, that is chaos, Xenos, even within itself, corrupt governors and all that type of stuff. He's here to put humanity first. This is the Lion's next big crusade. And this is actually shown now in the lore, because things are changing when the Lion pops up on planets. And as I've been saying, this could lead to some absolute big lore things in the future. So I'm going to put the image up in the background again. It carries on from the last bit of text. It states, "His time and respect the Primarch reserves for those who toil or fight to preserve the Emperor's realm. More than one world has a tale of the Knight of Nihilus choosing to address soldiers in preference to brocaded governors or gilded priests. Few indeed are the officials so overblown in their arrogance that they would find the will or the words to gainsay a Primarch. Thus, on several occasions, the Lion's coming has led to a swift and dramatic regime change, or ineffectual leaders have been replaced by those who deal in loyal action rather than irrigating words." Now, this does really excite me because it states now officially that some of the planets that the Lion's going to, the population are looking at the people who are ruling them and saying, "You're no good for us. You've always been about yourself. We're here for the Emperor and the Emperor's realm, and you're just hoarding this power." Now, these people in powerful positions are the ecclesiarchy, they are the governors. So when the Lion comes and their power is seeped away, I'm going back to that previous point. This is a dangerous, dangerous game to play. It's like the Game of Thrones, right? You're taking power from those who need power to rule. So I'm sure this is going to build up. The Lion is gathering his own, like, militia army in the northern parts of the Imperium, which is needed at the moment, by the way, because the northern parts of the Imperium are in total array. You know, Chaos is raiding there, Orcs are raiding there, I should say Xenos races are raiding there, because it's so hard to get reinforcements. So this beacon of light, the Lion who shows up, is like a savior. And on top of that, of course, he's a Primarch. The thing about Primarchs is that they are Primarchs. I know that seems a little bit simple to say, but they literally are beacons. People flood to these beings of power. They're the Emperor's own sons. So when you have other organizations say, no, you should follow our word and what we say, then you look over to the other side and you see Lionel Johnson, you know, with his armor, you know, his half golden hair now, most of it's balding, but he is a son of a Primarch. So they see this being and go, we're not following you and your word, we're literally going to follow him because he is the son of the Emperor. And don't forget, it's not just these militias that are uprising that are throwing the chains of like the ecclesiarchy and the governors off from them. The Lion is backed by an army of Space Marines, a legion of Space Marines, the Dark Angels and the Unforgiven. They are on the Lion side. They're working with the Lion now. We know that from the previous videos we've done with other parts of the lore. They know the Lion has returned and they're working with the Lion to rid the galaxy of the Imperial threat. So if the Ecclesiarchy do want to try and stand up, if other power sources in the Imperium do want to try and stand up, not only do they have to deal with probably untold numbers of, you know, Imperial Guard and troopers and stuff like that who've already sworn to the Lion, they then have to deal with the Dark Angels and all the Unforgiven chapters as well. So the Lion has an absolute huge power base now to really start changing the way the Imperium is going to be acting going forward. Again, at this moment in time, it's looking like it's all in the northern bits of the Imperium, but I'm going to discuss it in tomorrow's video. Vashdor has returned. Vashdor's back and he's gone to a certain bit in the galaxy where Guilliman is going to as well. Maybe the Lion and the Dark Angels want to get revenge on Vashdor and they're going to hear where Vashdor is. They're going to go there and maybe this is where we're going to get the final meeting of Guilliman and Lionel Johnson. There's so much bloody new narrative that GW can build on now going forward. I'm extremely excited, but again, I'll cover that in tomorrow's video because we're really going to go down the rabbit hole on that one. But for now, I'm done. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching, as always. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, what do you think? Do you think this is a big problem for the Ecclesiarchy, for the Imperium as a whole, with the Lion going to planets and everyone turning to him? What do you think of the Lion's thoughts on the Imperium? I love him. I absolutely love it. I think this whole aspect of the Lion coming back is thrown an absolute spanner in the works. I always thought that the Lion coming back, he would challenge Guilliman for like the leadership of the Imperium, but no, I was completely wrong. It's complete opposite. He's just doing his own thing and he just wants to protect humanity. He wants to protect the realm of his father. I absolutely love it. Right, enough waffling. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Post down below if you've got anything to say. I'll see you there. Have a great day and bye-bye.